So what you're seeing on the screen right now might look super painful, but my face was actually fully numbed, so I didn't really feel anything, except there were a few parts that the numbing didn't really set in, so that part definitely hurt. You might be wondering, what am I doing to my face? This is called microneedling. Microneedling, also known as collagen induction therapy, is a cosmetic procedure where tiny sterilized needles are used to create little skin injuries, which is supposed to stimulate collagen and elastin production for smoother, firmer, and more toned skin. This process can help with certain skin concerns like acne scars, fine lines, wrinkles, and even uneven skin tone. Microneedling has been growing in interest and popularity over the past several years, but it's not a treatment that many people do because of the downtime that's associated with it. So I wanted to try it out and see if it was actually worth the pain, worth the price, worth the downtime that you have to stay at home and hide away from the world and the sun. But before we get there, I want to give some context about why am I even doing this. As you can see, I have a lot of hyperpigmentation and acne scars, and I've really developed this over the last 2 years, ever since I started getting adult acne, and it basically kind of messed up my skin. So now my skin is at a bit of a calmer place where I'm not getting active breakouts, so I figured it was the best time to start my microneedling journey. Typically they say that you need at least 3 microneedling sessions in order to see results, but in this video I'm just going to show what the before and after looks like with 1 session and show you how much maintenance is actually involved with this process, which I think might be the reason why a lot of people avoid doing this, because the healing process is definitely a lot to maintain and it can get pretty annoying. So keep on watching if you want to see whether a microneedling session will help me fade some of my acne scars and hyperpigmentation, or am I just wasting my money?
Sick, so my voice is completely gone right now, so I'll try my best to speak clearly. It's not peeling yet, but as you can see, it's still very red. I feel very plump. Feel like there is definitely collagen that is coming to the surface. Hopefully the skin's gonna start to peel because that's gonna be symbolizing that there's new skin regeneration. All I've been doing is just like gently wiping my face with water, and I've been using hypochlorous acid just like as a toner and as a really gentle cleanser. So this has been really good for just killing off any extra bacteria to make sure the skin doesn't get additionally irritated. And then all I've just been using, the Avene Cicaflate. This is recommended to me by the medical esthetician that I've been working with, and they use this for babies in the hospital wards. If this is good for babies, this is good for me. And in terms of temperature, it feels a little warm, but honestly, I can go about my day. It is kind of annoying when you do have to head out in public, and I'm just excited for the results. So last night I sludged my face with Cicaflate, and this morning I just woke up. A lot of it hasn't absorbed because it's so occlusive, which makes sense. So I'm just going to gently wash it off now and just using warm water to do this because the skin is still kind of raw. I'm just like using this dabbing motion. And what you'll notice here is like I have a big whitehead here. I can't pop it. Apparently when you do microneedling, it's very common that under the skin whiteheads kind of come to the surface. So this right here isn't actually an acne scar, and we actually didn't go over this spot this time. So next month when I do microneedling, we're going to go through this, but the reason was because it was still very active during my treatment. So, and this is just like a bruise apparently, so this should subside in a few days. I'm also just gonna use some micellar water because I feel like I want to start off with like a nice clean slate, and then one more water pad. Now we have a clean slate. Hypochlorous acid. Cosrx Samucin. It's like sucking it up like crazy. Avene Cicaflate. Use sunscreen. So that's the daytime routine for post microneedling. I just came back home from my walk and my skin was feeling super dry, so I put another layer of Cicaflate. Yeah, it was feeling kind of itchy, so I feel like the skin is gonna peel soon, which is a good sign, but try not to touch it. I definitely noticed that day 3 of healing is a lot more itchy and dry. I literally just had to put another layer of Cicaflate on my skin. So I did a layer this morning at 6 a.m., at noon, and now 3 p.m. Peeling a little bit. There's like a little bit of flakes coming up. I know I just came out of the shower, but I'm still gonna use the hypochlorous acid just to make sure it's a very, very clean slate, no bacteria. I'm gonna test a hyaluronic and niacinamide serum on the skin and make sure it doesn't get irritated using the Bioma Brightening Serum, which is just niacinamide and hyaluronic. See how it feels first. Okay, no stinging. It's a good sign. I'm gonna put some retinol, not on my skin, just on my neck, not on my face. And and let this soak in. I might do a little thinner tonight. It's so much easier to use this flat spatula to brush on. I hate using my fingers to do stuff like this because it always gets caught under my nails and then I feel like there's like wasted product. Really happy with the progress and I'm excited to see what this looks like when I wake up tomorrow. Just woke up. Last night's moisturizer has fully absorbed, which is great. As you can see, it's still healing and I'm peeling a lot. Like, see that right there? Oh yeah, that looks dry. Okay, that's what it looks like, pretty dry. But before I wash my face, I'm actually gonna do some red light just to get some extra benefits while my skin is healing. These run for 10-minute intervals and I usually like to run it twice, so I do it for 20 minutes. Skin feels so dry. Hyaluronic, definitely need this today. Feels less dry, but I can definitely feel it's peeling. It's the end of day 4, and this is what my skin looks like right now. There's like little crusties all over, and I can see a rim of like brown still around, so it's still healing. Some of my previous dark acne scars are fading a bit, so the texture feels really nice. There's definitely still some acne scars and bumps. I know some people like to go in with retinol after microneedling, but I think because my skin is already so sensitive, I'm not gonna risk that. And I'm just gonna focus on hydrating the skin barrier, even though I'm so tempted to put actives on it. I'm like, no, don't rush it. That's exactly what destroyed my skin in the past. I'm not gonna make the same mistake again. I know I'm gonna have to do at least one more session to see the full results, but next month when I go back to the clinic, I'm going to do my Visia skin analysis again, and from there we'll be able to see number changes, and then that will be able to tell me whether the first session of microneedling actually gave me statistically significant changes in terms of my skin. This could just be placebo. Like, I think that because I paid money and did something on my skin, and who knows, maybe it didn't, but it's always good to get some data behind what you're doing just to have a little bit of peace of mind for yourself. Especially after doing microneedling, I feel like I have a clean slate to start. So I don't want to do anything that like aggravates my skin or do bad habits that I used to do, such as like picking my skin and whatnot. That's it. That's the routine. Keep it nice and simple. I was just about to fall asleep and I felt like my mouth area is very dry and I can feel the skin pulling, so this is day 5 of healing. As you can see, it's definitely still the rim, especially in this natural daylight. You can see face still has like a layer of redness. It does feel really dry. So that's definitely very dry. I need some hydration, need some love, that's for sure. All right, time to wash my face and do the whole routine all over again. But I'm very happy with the texture. Like, it looks like it's like a very smooth slate, even though there is pigmentation. The resurfacing is working. I just came out of the shower, but my skin is peeling a lot. I also feel like because I haven't seen what my skin looks like for the past few days, it looks better, but just because I haven't seen it in a long time. It may even be like that there wasn't a lot of things that changed with the microneedling, but for some reason, I think mentally, I feel like I look better. Placebo, probably, but hey, I'll take it. This treatment is definitely not for people who need to be out and about a lot and be seeing people, because it can be pretty stressful to have to deal with that. So you really need to almost like be working from home or taking some time off to heal from this treatment. I can see why a lot of people don't do it, actually. It's day 6 of healing. The skin is pulling, especially on the cheeks. Pretty happy with the progress. Like, it looks, I'm kind of glowing in a way.
So now after a full week and a bit, my face is fully healed and this is the result. Honestly, I think the difference isn't too drastic. I definitely believe them when they say that you do have to do a couple sessions in order to get the full transformation. I actually think the biggest thing it did for me was not actually getting rid of my red marks, but more so changing the texture of my skin. So as you can see, my skin looks a lot more smoother, almost like the divots filled up from my previous acne scarring. I definitely still have a lot of those brown and red spots, but I think I look more plump, I look more collagen fullness. I look like I have more collagen, and I definitely look like I have a smoother skin surface now, which makes it easier to put on foundation and things like that. Just basically a nicer, smoother canvas. In terms of the price, microneedling can honestly range anywhere from $250 to $450 depending on the type of clinic that you go to, and if you do any add-ons. I would say that this treatment is worth it if you want faster results than using skincare, but it's definitely not cheap. Honestly, as someone who has been dealing with acne for so many years, like anything is worth it to me if I can get my skin to look like how it used to. The only downside of microneedling is that it is a lot of effort to maintain during the healing process, and it takes up a lot of time. Like a week of not going out in public or not putting on makeup or being very careful with your skin is quite difficult. I recommend this treatment for anyone that is willing to put in the effort, but if you've seen this video and you're like, well, that's a lot of effort, I'm not willing to do that, then you're probably not the right candidate for microneedling.